So this episode was the very first one that we filmed. So everything you're seeing here is the very first time we all filmed together. And it was cool because right before this, a bunch of the cast and crew were just meeting each other for the first time. I remember Glenn, who plays Ben, he introduced himself to the group that day as he was like, "Hi, my name is Glenn. I only play characters whose names rhyme with mine." And I was so nervous this day because, as I've mentioned, this was my first professional experience as a director, and it had actually been some years since I'd been on a film set, and so I forgot how the order that things go in when you're saying so. Like before you start filming, sort of non-film people know it as lights, camera, action, which actually no one in film actually says. It goes something along the lines of, roll sound, roll camera, and then someone will do the slate, and then the director calls action. And I was so nervous I did that out of order. And, I was so embarrassed, but I got the hang of it after that. It's funny how stupid these boys are. Yeah, let's just follow these creepy ladies out into the woods. No big deal.
What is that?
The black goat of the woods with 1,000 young.
Where are the 1,000 young? Are they coming?
They will emerge.
This was originally going to be a night scene. The way that Heath and I wrote it, we thought it'd be even creepier at night. But Brennan, the DP, he convinced us that was not a good idea for the sort of low budget kind of a production that we had here. That was going to be a lot of it was going to be a lot of extra expenses to pull that off, to have lights out in the middle of the woods. And he was like, that's not going to be worth it for us. So unfortunately, we couldn't do that.
Before the black goat.
Dagon!
There are some parts in the story where you'll notice Dave, he says Dagon, or Dagon, that's how he pronounces it. In the script originally it was God. He would cry out, "Oh God!" And he asked me, he was like, "Hey, can I just say like Dagon?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's a great idea." And so then after that, Heath and I made that official for his character. And so for season 2 and the scripts for season 3 that we've written, we've continued that on. But that was originally Sky's idea.
I'm not ready to die. Ouch! You got pepper in my eye. Let them go! What are you doing?
So Sherry and Carrie, these two characters were also ones that I created, just like with the witches. The general concept of the cult in the story, that was Heath's idea, but then I created the individual characters. And these two, Sarah and Charlotte, who play them respectively, they just embody them so perfectly. I was pretty excited to be able to bring Sarah in because, like with Dax, this was her first major on-screen role. And I remember in the audition, she was really nervous, but she definitely had no reason to be.
What a bunch of dumbasses. But at least Ben has learned his lesson and will not stray from the fold of Father Dagon again. The fish fold.
That was way too much community. I think I've had enough now.